Heavenly Jacobs. On this episode of Delicious Living, I'm making a marmalade cake. It's a simple dessert with a moist crumb and a heavenly citrus perfume. I think it tastes exactly like sunshine, and nothing could be easier to make. Here's what you'll need. An 8 by 4 inch loaf pan. My pan is not lined with non-stick lining, so I've sprayed it with baking spray. Baking spray contains flour. And as anti-stick insurance, I've cut out a piece of parchment paper that I'm putting in the bottom of the pan. Ingredients are really easy. You'll need 3 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of plain unflavored yogurt, 1 navel orange, a 1/4 cup of marmalade, orange marmalade, and a 1/2 cup of neutral vegetable oil. I'm using organic safflower oil, and 1½ cups of self-rising flour. And to start, we take the eggs, and never crack eggs against the side of a bowl unless you want shells in your batter. We don't want shells. And, oops. That happens sometimes. These are large organic eggs from a neighbor. And keep a towel handy, preferably a purple towel. And we're going to whisk the eggs like such, and then add the sugar. Next, the yogurt. And again, this is just plain ordinary yogurt. Yogurt is really easy to make if you've never tried it. On one of these episodes, I'll make yogurt for you. Then the orange. We need to zest the orange. And I hope you have one of these things. It's a microplane zester. One of the greatest inventions of all time, because it removes only the very fragrant peel and none of the bitter pith of a citrus fruit. And you'll notice the zest is not landing in the bowl. I'll show you where it is. It's all gathered here. So you just bang the thing against your bowl and in goes the zest. And then you cut the orange in half and squeeze. You'll need, a tablespoon or 2 of the fresh orange juice. And throw that over here. Whisk that in, and then add your orange marmalade. Kind of pound it down with the whisk so the marmalade breaks up. And then in goes the vegetable oil. Just beat that in. And finally, trade your whisk for a spoon, and we're going to add the self-rising flour. And you want to beat this in gently. That was my oven dinging just now. I preheated it to 350 degrees. Probably should have mentioned that at the beginning of this recipe, but now you know. And you don't want to beat the self-rising flour in too much. The batter should be a little bit lumpy. If you beat it too much, you beat out all the foaming power from the baking powder that's in self-rising flour. Grab our loaf pan, and in goes the batter. And you want this to go in fairly evenly. And to make sure we get all of this goodness, we'll grab a green spatula and scoop all of this wonderful stuff into the pan. This goes into the 350-degree oven for 55 minutes to 1 hour. I'm going to bake it off now, and when we come back, we can glaze the cake. Okay, my cake is fully baked now. As you can see, it has a golden brown crust, and just wait until you taste that crust. And you want to let it rest for a good 10 minutes when it comes out of the oven. And then, using oven mitts, as you can see, my oven mitts are shaped like human hands, unmold it, remove the parchment paper if you used it, and just let the cake cool to room temperature. 20-30 minutes or longer. And if you'd like to save the cake for a rainy day, just wrap it in plastic wrap when it's fully cool and pop it in the freezer. Okay, we're ready to make our glaze. I've put 1 cup of confectioner's sugar in a bowl, and for the liquid, you could use water, you could use orange juice. I'm going to use Mama's Little Helper, orange Cointreau. Orange Cointreau is a French orange liqueur, and it's really wonderful. And it's hard to tell exactly how much Cointreau or water or orange juice you would need. You kind of have to just get a feel for the glaze. It should be loose enough that you can drizzle it over the cake. So I've got about a teaspoon in there. Oops. And I'm going to add another teaspoon. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Some of the confectioner's sugar is staying in the bowl. And we're almost there. It's a little too thick. So just a little bit more. If you're using Cointreau, you should probably only serve the cake to adults. And I think we're good to go. This is what you want. Something that will just kind of drizzle off of a whisk. I'm going to put this whisk away and put the Cointreau away, and here's our cake. I've put it on a platter. I kind of want to clean the decks a little bit. And here we go. Just let it drip. Ooh, this looks good. Smells really good too. And you want to use all of this. There's no right way or wrong way to glaze a cake. And if your glazing job doesn't look particularly beautiful, it will still taste beautiful. Here we go. And that should be drizzling over the side. Here we go. We're getting there. Just a little bit more. Actually, this glaze is so delicious, you don't even need the cake. You could just drink it out of the bowl. Yeah, I think this is perfection. We've made our cake. Maybe we should taste it. So I'm going to cut just a very, very small slice. Maybe too much? Okay. We'll do this. Oops. Ooh, oh, doesn't that look good? Put this on our plate. If you'd like, you could decorate it with a little piece of orange. And then I want you to see beautiful crumb. It's very moist. Oh man, it is so fragrant. This cake is rated X. Don't make me beg you to try it. Thanks for joining me today. To see this recipe on my website, be sure to visit www.kevinleejacobs.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.